Hey guys, Coin Snatcher here again. Just sitting looking at the coin collection and I came across something I hadn't seen for a little while that I'd forgotten about. So I'm sure we're all familiar that the 50p piece came out in 1969 and had Britannia on the reverse. But before the 50p was issued in 1969, we used a note instead, and that was the 10 shilling note. So for any 50p collector, I think it's quite nice if you have the original note from where it all started from. So the 10 shilling note was the equivalent of half of £1, and back in the day a sovereign, and even to this day a sovereign still carries a face value of £1. But it was the smallest denomination note that was made by the Bank of England. And the one little thing that surprised me about it, it was made of cotton. So I never thought of a note being made of cotton. I always thought they were just made of a special paper. But no, cotton they are. So we just pop them out here and we got two. So they both run in sequence. They're both uncirculated and they're both in perfect condition. Probably not now that I've had my greasy fingers on them, but hey ho, not to worry. So they were first issued in 1928. They were printed until 1969, obviously, because the 50p was released, but they ceased to be legal tender in 1970. However, if you live in the Isle of Man, they remained legal tender until 2013, both the English and the Isle of Man notes. Something a little bit interesting. And back in the day, a shilling would buy you a loaf of bread, a pint of milk, get you a haircut. It wouldn't get you fish and chips, so apparently it would get you the fish. And it would also get you a litre of petrol for your car. Although back in those days, petrol was sold by the gallon and not by the litre. So the 10 shilling note, really nice note. The only problem with the notes was they only tended to last a few months. So you maybe get 5 months out of a note, whereas you would get up to 50 years out of a coin. So you can see there. Nice design on them. These ones are a brown colour, but they were various different colours. I'll say brown, they're a browny red colour. But of course there's been different issues of them through the ages, so this was the latest incarnation. And yeah, quite nice, something nice to have just at the start of the 50p collection before you get into all the coins. And just if we go back to these two, we've got the 1969 and we've also got the 1970. The reason for that is in 1969, when they released the coin, they released 188,400,000 of them. So if you get one on eBay that's 1969 from the first year, sorry, but they're not rare. However, if you go on to 1970, they only released 19,461,500. So roughly 10% of the first year's issue. So the 1970 coin's a nice one to have. 1969, that one looks quite shiny. 1970. So there you go, little introduction to the 50p. Those are the only notes I have in my collection, apart from a £1 note and a £5 note that's AA01, one of the polymer ones. But I thought it was important to have the predecessor to the 50p piece. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Something a little different. Coin Snatcher out. Bye.